Hello everyone, welcome back to Georgia Paper Crafts. It's time for the June 2020 card kit of the month from Spellbinders. This is called Life is a Party. I'm going to do a quick overview of what comes in this kit and then we'll get started making the cards. So as usual with every month you get 10 card bases and envelopes. These are A2 size pre-folded white card bases. You get a roll of double-sided tape. You get a square of foam mount. This month it looks like we get white sequins, and there's not just white, but there's also some iridescent colors in here. Fairly large sequins here. We've got a stamp set. This is Life is a Party stamp set, and it looks like it's a stamp set where you can make an invitation, I guess, here, and it has time, date, RSVP, all that stuff, so you could make your own invitations. We've got some chipboard stickers here, double-sided. We've got some foam adhesive stickers, alphabet stickers, all uppercase along with some numbers here. We've got our pattern paper. This is single-sided sheets, and you get 2 of each. I think it's 2 of each, yeah. And in a variety of designs. And there are some gold foiling designs in here. Then we get the cardstock, and this month, goodness, we've got navy, dark pink, white, kind of an island blue there, a light pink, yellow, light blue, of course our gold metallic, and then a green. We've got our die set. This die set has 15 dies, and what they do is they essentially make the flowers like you see right here in the right here, and if I could get them open, I'm having a tough time here. Sorry about that. There's enough to make, or there's dies to make all of these stacking die sets, or flower sets, excuse me. So I will make some of those to show you. And then we also have the die cut shapes, goodness, I can't even talk. And these are, there's a ton of them in here, and I'll get them laid out so you can see them. So here's a quick look at all of the die cut pieces. You get 2 of each of the images, and there's a lot of cute images here. There's some llamas, some lots of food. It's very kind of southwestern theme to me, it kind of seems. A lot of nice sayings. Let's get together, loving these good vibes, never stop dreaming, celebrate life, better days are coming. They're called Saturday and Sunday, grilling or chilling and grilling, let's get excited, special event, some florals, friends forever, that kind of stuff. So lots of good stuff. So I'll go ahead and get started, and we'll make 10 cards. So for my first card, I went ahead and cut out a bunch of the floral shapes and made the flowers from the die cut pieces. I put them together off camera and then kind of put them in a pattern here, as you can see. And I wanted to be able to make sure they stayed in the pattern that I made, so I put some press and seal down, and that holds them in place while I flip it over and use some glue to adhere it. So once I put some glue on it, I'll kind of just press that down onto the cardstock and then gently pull it up, and voila, it's kind of all in the same way that I had laid it out, prior to sticking it down. And I really love that little trick. It's very easy to do. So, and as you can see, I had a little bit of press and seal from like Christmas, and so it's great for the craft room. So anyway, obviously you can see I used the die cut florals here. I used a piece of the navy cardstock, a piece of the floral pattern paper, and made that all layered up. I'm going to add that to the pre-made card base. And then I'm going to bring in one of the die cut pieces that says "Love you guys." And I had backed that with some navy cardstock also. And then I'm going to bring in some of the iridescent sequins, put them on some of the flowers right in the middle, and those with my glue. And then I'm going to bring in some diamond stickles just to put right in the center of those sequins. And that's it for the first card. Here's a quick look. For the second card, I again took some pattern paper and of course a bunch of the die cuts. You know how I like to use the die cuts. I also took a square inside out rectangle die from my stash, and I cut that out of some of the blue cardstock along with some white cardstock, and I stamped "It's a Celebration" from the stamp set on the inside piece of the white paper. I'm adhering some of the island blue cardstock along with the pattern paper, adhering that to the card base. I'm going to lay down the blue frame and inlay the white inner piece that says "It's a Celebration." By the way, I had added some of the row of heart die cut there. I really wanted to use that little piece over there that said "Peace, Love, Party," but I just couldn't get it to fit in there well. So I'm going to lay down the guitars flat down. I'm going to use the birthday cake right in the middle there. Just kind of tuck it right there. And then this is going to say "Let's get together." Use my Nuvo shimmer pin just to put a little added shimmer onto the hearts. And that's going to be it for this card. All 10 of these cards are very easy. It's using mostly die cuts. So, and pattern paper, of course. So here I'm using another piece of pattern paper. This is the wood pattern paper. And just using a piece of that, then overlaying it with some of this busy pattern paper that has kind of the barbecue theme. I'm going to put a piece of gold, some of the gold mirror cardstock in the middle there, just to kind of help bring it together. Now once I'm done with that, I'm going to pull out both of the grill pieces, and here I also have the chipboard sticker. I was wondering if I could use that. I wasn't sure. I pulled out the sentiments that say "Kiss the Cook," "Barbecue Master," and "Chillin' and Grillin'," and I am going to go ahead and adhere these down with some glue straight to the card base, just kind of in a pattern that's appealing to my eye. And sorry I missed that, but the rest of them I popped up with some foam adhesive. I don't know where I missed the rest of that. Sorry about that. So as with the most of the cards, I did the next card in a similar way. I used a piece of cardstock, colored cardstock, added a piece of pattern paper, just slightly smaller, and then I bring in some die cuts. So here I'm bringing in the round, I don't even know what you call this, die cuts with the pattern, and just kind of putting it the way I think it looks good to my eye. Bringing in the two llamas, going to bring in the sign that says "Friends Forever." Adhering all of this down. And then I'm also going to use one of the chipboard stickers that says My Tribe. And I like to put an extra little bit of glue on the chipboard stickers just so they'll stay down and they don't pop up. Here's a look at that one. Moving on, again the same process, pattern paper onto solid cardstock, adhered to the card base. Brought in some of the floral, or the two floral die cuts, and I'm going to put them side by side. I didn't like it in the portrait style, so I decided to do it in the landscape. I'm going to adhere those down. And like I say, when I prepare these cards, I do get all of them essentially prepared before I start filming, just to make this go a lot faster. I lay everything out kind of how I want it, and then I just put them together on screen. They're very similar in nature, and that's because they come together very quickly. Here I'm using the chipboard sticker that says Gather, and I'm just putting it right over the word Gather on this sentiment die cut that said Gather Together. And then it says Gather Together, it's Friday. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of shine and shimmer to the flowers using my Nuvo shimmer pen, and then that's going to be it for this card. Here's a quick look. Oh, and in the end I did add one of the chipboard hearts. So here we go again, pattern paper straight down onto the cardstock, overlaying each other, and I'll put a piece of the gold foil cardstock in the middle just to pull it together. And I'll just cut off the edges. This is very easy to do. Bring in the two die cut pieces that have the colored tassels, and just kind of put them going across the top there. Bring in some of the cacti and some of the wine glasses and make a little scene there, and use this little carpet that says Crazy Friends, Amazing Memories. Just going to put it all together, and then once I'm finished, I'll cut off any excess that's overhanging on the end, which I think there's a little bit from the tassels. And I do pop up the small little cacti there just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. Right in the middle, there we go. That's, oh, I was about to say that's it, but no, of course I had to use the shimmer pen. Put a little bit of shine on that cacti. All right, and that's it for this card. Nice and simple. Here's another one using the llama. I thought they were adorable. I had to use that. So just using some pattern paper along with some cardstock and doing a little bit of layering. I'm going to use the pattern paper with the hearts. Adhering that onto some solid cardstock and then onto the card base. Once I do that, I'll bring in the two llamas again. And I am going to put them on either side, and I'm going to use this chipboard sticker that says Friends Unite. Put that right in the middle. Adhere the llamas on either side. And then I'm going to bring in this heart here. The more I look at it, the more I don't really like that heart right there. I think it just kind of gets lost, but I didn't take it off, so that's it for this card. Next one, of course, is the neighborhood, and I'm using some of the wooden pattern paper along with some of the pattern paper with the houses on it. Bring in another piece of gold mirror cardstock just to kind of bring those two together. Then I'm going to adhere the houses, and I'm going to adhere all four of them, and I'm going to just kind of stagger them. One, like this one right here, I'll put down flat using some glue. The other I'll pop up, and I'll put the next one down flat, and I'll put the next one using foam adhesive, just to help kind of have them not look like they're all at the same angle, just to help it pop off the screen a little bit more. I am using these foam adhesives that I have for my stash. This is, I think, from Scrapbook Adhesives. And the reason I'm using it is that they don't have as much height dimension as the ones that come in the kit. And I didn't want these to be too big. I just wanted a little bit of dimension, so I decided to use these smaller ones. Once I get all of that into place, I will bring in my sentiments. And the sentiments that I'll be bringing in are party this way, a sign that says party this way, and then a sentiment that says your place or mine. And so this is the one that says your place or mine. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the sentiments, and I'm going to put the party this way on top, and then your place or mine on the bottom. And that's it. Again, I didn't add any other embellishments or anything else. All right, now next, moving on. This is another just card with there's a lot of food die cuts or die cut pieces in this month's kit. So I am using the sentiment that says, the fun doesn't start until you walk in, and then just adding a bunch of the food objects along with the sentiment that says good food, good mood, and some of the chipboard sticker that says nom nom nom. So I guess this could be used for a picnic or something like that. I don't know. I'm just kind of making a collage. Sometimes I think, what am I going to do with this card? But I guess it could work for anything. You know, if I wanted to give it to somebody and say, hey, how about you come over for a picnic or a party or something like that, that would work. And I didn't really like the way I placed that, so I tried to pull it up and I realized, nope, that's not going to happen. So I just left it. And that's it for that card. So this is, I believe, the last card. Again, done very similar way. I did bring some brown cardstock from my stash and put some of the pattern paper on that. I'm going to use these starburst kind of die cuts here in different colors. I'm going to put 4 down in the blue and the yellow. And I'm going to bring the stop sign that says never stop dreaming. And pop that up with some of the dimensional adhesives. And then I'm going to bring in this UR, and as you can see, it did say invited on the other portion of it, but I cut that part off, so I'm just going to use the UR. And then I'm going to use this chipboard sticker that says awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that down right there. And again, that's it. Didn't add any embellishment to that. So here's a quick look at all of the cards I made. It was very quick to make all of these, and I still have a ton of pattern paper and die cuts left. I can make a lot more. So I really encourage you to take a look at these Spellbinder kits. If you're looking to make lots of cards, it's a lot of fun, and their themes every month are fun to work with. So I hope you got some inspiration. I'd love to hear which card was your favorite, and I hope that you will stop by again next time and watch some more videos from Georgia Paper Crafts. Thanks so much. See you later.